So I've said this before, but I guess I need to say it again. No, I don't believe in submitting to a man. Can you imagine? And why, you ask? So check this out. Number one, I don't submit because I'm not submissive. Number two, I have never met a man that I felt was superior to me. So why would I submit? 3, it is not the way of my ancestors. I am a traditionalist, and traditionally we were not patriarchal, and we did not submit to the man. And 4th, and most importantly, I literally gave you life. Why would I submit to you? Make it make sense, and it just don't. Not now, not tomorrow, not never. Okay? I hope that clears it up for you.
What's going on, y'all? It's your guy Tez the 5.
Your boy CJ 100.
And we are
the 5100 Podcast.
Back at y'all again with another video.
My boy.
Man, so on this video, man, we wanted to talk about a TikToker. She's also on Instagram as well. She goes by the real Voodoo Bae.
Couldn't find her on YouTube.
We wanted to speak about her ideals, and I don't think it's just her ideals.
No, it's not. It's a multitude of women that think the way she thinks.
Yeah,
right.
Radical feminism.
And this is damn near beyond radical.
Yeah.
Her ideology is that women are basically the superior sex.
Yeah.
Maybe she won't say that, but all her rhetoric lines up with that idea.
One
of the biggest things that I see in her content, emotionals.
Hey, my little emotionals and alpha males. Now, y'all remember, the world isn't ran by alpha males. The security staff never tells the CEO how to run his company.
She uses terms like that.
Which is funny because I've heard her talk about how the patriarchy keeps men in a place where they can't express emotion. So why would you make a joke or make a negative connotation with emotional and put he in front of it if you care about men's emotion?
Right.
That doesn't make sense.
No.
That's a direct contradiction and you're making it a joke.
Right.
Why?
And it's insulting too.
It's very insulting.
Because it's like a man can't have emotion.
Right.
But one of the biggest thing a lot of women complain about is men ain't emotional. They don't let me know how they feel. So it's like, it's one of them things. You can't have your cake and your ice cream.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to figure out what you want more, you know.
How did you feel when I first brought it to you, brother? Because, you know, I be in these streets.
Yeah.
And I find these things. So when I first introduced you to her, I saw your reaction to her, but how did you feel when I first put her on you?
Bruh, I was shocked. I was one of them guys, I thought feminism was like a ghost or something. Like, it's just there, but don't nobody know.
Right.
But when you introduced me to it, it was like, damn, like, it's a lot of women that really believe this and feel this way. It's like, wait a minute, how did we get so far off track, bro?
Did you hit the comment sections?
Yes. It's even worse because men taking on some of these ideologies.
Yes, sir.
Like, if you go and read some of the content, some of the comments that's on some of her content, it's like, you know, it's men that's like all in with this.
Yes, sir.
You know, and you asked me something earlier, like, how can a man be a feminist? You know, like, it's confusing to me. You know, female.
It's simple.
Like,
that part is simple,
right?
And that's how you know they've reworded the definition.
Yeah, we agree with equality.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We agree with
fairness
equality.
Across the board.
Now that I have gotten myself together, I am not done. Even though I am 100% sure that you don't have an ounce of ass left for me to hand back to you, but I'm gonna certainly try. Now, I just know you are not out here on Oshun's internet shaming black women for having jobs and education. I have a question. Did the colonizer teach you that himself? I mean, did he come to your house and give you a PowerPoint presentation on how to do this? Because it is very much giving me, and I need answers. If you are angry and jealous that black women are the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs and the most educated demographic in this country, and the very things that you have placed your whole identity on are disappearing quicker than you can wrap your mind around, just simply say that. And just when I thought that you colonizers had reached your lowest level of depravity, one of y'all shows up and proves me wrong. And I would bless your heart, but I don't want to.
As close as we can be anyway.
For sure.
Right.
Like we said that on one of our podcasts, the feminism episode that we did.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like we believe that equal opportunity should be for both sides, men and women.
Agreed.
But what we disagree with is to say that, hey, we on the same playing field genetically, mentally, physically. Like, now it's getting a little out of hand.
You get nasty.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm glad you said that, because I feel like today's feminism is trying to be superior. On one part of the game, I don't have a problem with that, because, you know, may the best person win. As far as us creating families and building a nation, that doesn't work.
Nah.
And women, I hate to tell you this, you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
Not that we're superior, but the art of combat, the art of war, men is in our DNA.
It's there.
It's just there.
We want to make sure not to attack her. Like that.
No, it's not an attack.
We don't want to seem. We don't even want to make it seem like it's an attack.
Some of the shit we agree with.
Right. Like that's the thing. Like some of the points that she make sense, but it's other stuff. Is like you can't even disagree with her points, even if you have a better point. Like that's one of the things that I hate when it comes to the battle of the sexes.
Yes.
It's like,
which we are trying to end.
Correct. Like this ain't to say, bruh, we want men to win, we want women to win.
Correct.
We want both to win.
Correct.
So we can come together and do what we supposed to do, which is creating families that's healthy and creating better community, creating better communities out here.
Especially in our
the
black community. Let's be specific.
Yes, sir.
We want our community to get to a place of dominance.
Yes, sir.
See, I think where we as black people have lost ourselves is our battle is quote unquote with the white man, and we don't realize we have our own internal battles and our own internal conflict to resolve.
Yes.
So we, instead of dealing with that, we go outside the home and find another issue. Which you see with her video, she'll talk about the white man's patriarchy, and she brought up she's a traditionalist.
Right.
What does that mean?
Right.
Because she speaks of Africa. That's a continent.
Yes.
With hundreds and thousands of tribes. Which one do you subscribe to? And if your subscription is to an all-female or a female leadership subscription, is that a narrative? That's the question I would ask.
And my thing is, how many tribes are those? Like how many all female? If it's true, it's so many kingdoms, and there's been so many kingdoms throughout the world.
Right.
It's a reason why most of these kingdoms, if not 98% of them, were led by men. It's not to say that a woman couldn't do the job.
Right.
But it's a reason why they put men in these positions. It's a reason why when bullets go off, y'all take off running and I gotta cover you up.
I gotta go towards the bullets. I say I got to, but I don't have to. But why do I feel a natural urge to protect my women?
It's instinctual.
It's instinctual.
Yeah.
So her point of women being this amazing being, I'd agree. Because women literally bring a life that was not there at first through their womb. Us as men on the 5100 podcast don't deny that.
Nah.
And we don't depreciate that value.
No.
That's a rising asset.
Yes.
Because that contributes to us moving forward. But the seed that was planted also comes from us. So don't tell me that we're less valuable because you're the incubator. Because the incubator doesn't matter if it's not plugged into electric. You don't want me to get to preaching.
Right.
You don't want me to get to preaching. And it's like, I can love women and respect women, appreciate women, value women, and also have value in myself as a man.
Right. And I think the thing with a lot of her content is it's one-sided.
It is.
With us,
it's an echo chamber.
Right. You know, with us, we try to be as equal
transparent
as we can when it comes to our conversation.
Yeah.
But watching her videos, it made me realize that it is some women out here, bro, that just don't even care about looking at the other side.
And if you a weak man, you'll be triggered, and because I'll be honest, I was triggered.
Yeah.
When I watched her shit.
Original.
But I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Let me dissect this, process this, and try to understand where she's coming from, and then come with my rebuttal.
Right.
I didn't listen to respond. I listened to try to understand. As crazy as I thought it was like, it's got to be some logic in here somewhere.
And I had to do the same thing. Like when you was showing it to me originally, I was just 100% in go.
Right.
But what you do with information is you listen to it, you process it, you filter it, and then you give out your opinion.
Yes.
And with her content, I kind of understand some point.
It's funny that you say that, because I try to put myself in the position of women to understand where they're coming from. I understand the idea that you didn't have a lot of women superheroes. You didn't have a lot of women that was triumphant and overcoming obstacles in the media. I kind of understand that thought process. I get why you would feel like you're being served less in the community. This is what we were trying to get y'all to understand. That we're not against you.
Yeah,
we can empathize and think beyond ourselves. But my issue is, when you want to not only get the recognition for being a woman that is amazing, you want to also knock down the men. And this is my thing. Men have always been the hunters, the gatherers, and the warriors. And I don't think that's societal.
No.
Remember we had the conversation with Gay on it?
Yep.
We asked her a question about, women are supposed to be able to raise the children and be the one that's with the children the most. And she was like, society tells us this. And I was like, is it societal? Maybe it plays a part. But is it the fact that women were like automatically in a nurturing position? Like, I think society gets overstated, but I
agree with you. That's one of the things that me and my wife talk about sometimes, which is how much of this stuff is societal, how much of it is internal, just nature. And I believe, like, bro, even if you look at animals, you break it down to the bare essentials. The mothers are the nurturers, while the fathers are the hunters. It's the same. We mammals.
But what they'll do is bring up the seahorse. Okay, you can consider that a statistical anomaly. And why do women want to argue the anomaly?
It happens all the time, bro.
Yeah.
We see it all the time where they'll use one example. Well, Queen Cleopatra did this, and this. That's one. What about the other king? Like, that's the thing that bothers me. You have to use the smallest of examples to prove the point. And one of the things that I noticed in her videos too, which is it's a lot of older men. They either very old or they like young guys that kind of agree and subscribe to this. And me and CJ wanted to speak to our generation.
It's different.
It's completely different.
My uncles, great uncles, older cousins that got me by like 15 years, they'll probably agree with her because they saw Big Mama. That was like the matriarch of the family. That is not what's going on today.
No.
And you got to understand, we're raised in a generation of women equality, women having jobs, which I don't have no issue with. But it's a difference in what we deal with and what Papa Joe dealt with in the 60s.
Yes, sir.
It just is.
Yep.
I was talking to my homegirl yesterday about this. Women being able to work really changed the landscape of our relationship.
Yes. Because it made them feel more empowered. Well, I got the money.
Right.
Well, I got this. But it was never about money.
Provision. It was about provision.
That's what it's always been. And one of the examples that I use to go further along into this point is women say they want equality, or these radical feminists say they want equality.
Tez, don't do it.
But
don't do it,
break
Tez.
this thing down
don't do it, Tez.
to life or death.
Give me the example. The one that I dare a motherfucker to argue with it.
Let's say shit go real bad in the world. No lights, Like everybody scrounging for food, and I'm at this store. I got a wife and child, and I see
you the head of that family.
I'm the head of my family.
Okay.
And
they don't eat without you.
Right.
I just want to set the stage.
You right.
Okay.
100%. And I go to this store. It's a pack of the last pack of meat sitting right there, and it's a woman that's coming to get that pack of meat. We both look at each other, and we know it's life or death over this pack of meat. See, that's the equality that y'all say y'all want, but when it come down to it,
life and death.
Look, man,
somebody got to go.
Somebody got to go, and I ain't pulling no punches. If it's me and my family or Keisha, I'm sorry, Keisha, but it ain't no middle ground.
I'm flatlining your ass.
Like, I really don't think y'all understand the gravity of what y'all saying. You live in the United States of America, where women got the most rights in any country in the world. Country.
Tell me another one where a woman can have everything she wants. And let's break it down because we're gonna wrap it up. But
yeah.
Alimony, child support, the right to kill a child. What other country do you have the ability to get out in front of a nation's capital and scream and holler about it and don't be hurt?
No issues at all.
Where? Please tell me.
Can't do it in the Middle East. They'll cut your head off.
Can't do it in most places in Africa. And that's what's funny what the girl said about the patriarchy in Africa. I need to know what country that is.
Yeah.
Because a lot of men in Africa have multiple wives. How does that happen if you are not under a patriarchy?
Come on.
Yeah.
This patriarchy thing, look, I understand with some of her points. We understand some of feminism points.
And to Miss Voodoo, whatever, you are an intelligent woman. And I see you are well-read. You study. I'm not mad at you for that. But words in a book don't define everything.
No. Some stuff is just internal. It is nature.
Yep.
Like I said, I don't think y'all want that equality that y'all talk about, because it's a reason why it's more men in the military. It's a reason why it's men put in place to lead these things. I'm not saying that to diminish women's value, but it's reasons why for years this has been the case. I ain't got nothing to do with systemic racism or socialism. That ain't got nothing to do with it.
No.
It's eternal. It's nature.
They got nothing to do with the Republican Party.
No.
None of that.
No, sir.
But I guess we're wrong. So I guess we're wrong, y'all. But
on that note, we'll wrap it up. But I just want to make sure to get this point across. The real Miss Voodoo Bay, if you see this, number one, this ain't a challenge.
You know what? It is a challenge. It's just not we're not against you.
Yeah.
We challenging your ideology.
Yes.
And we would love to have a conversation with you.
Legit conversation. So, man, on that note, we gonna wrap this up. So, for your guy Tez the 5,
your boy CJ 100,
we are
the 5100 Podcast. You thought it was over. Look, before you leave, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell. To the right of the notification bell, you will see all, personalized, and none. Hit all so you get all of our content as soon as we drop.
Also, visit our website, the5100podcast.com. Please join our newsletter for exclusive videos and exclusive deals. It is the 5100podcast.com.
You big.
Yes, sir.